What's going on, guys? We got a doozy of a battle for you guys today. So we're just gonna hop right into this one because this one's long. And when I mean long, I don't mean as my good old pal Esport J would say. Long is usually coupled with boring. It's not boring. There's a lot to this match. So he leads off with Starmie, which I was like, okay, Starmie, let's go, because you don't see that too often anymore. Um, so I tried to burn it just because I didn't know what it was gonna do. I guess I could have gone for Shadow Sneak, done some damage, but it actually turned out to be really good because he swapped into Floatzel, and Floatzel is best burned. Floatzel, I consider Floatzel in the same on the same plane as Staraptor. They're both very scary in the right situation. I guess you could say that about any Pokemon, but those two in particular are very scary in many situations. So we sync over a burn, and we're just gonna get out all of our spikes, and hopefully that Starmie doesn't come back in. Uh, and little to my knowledge, right now, did I know until when he sent out this Quagsire, I was like, Quagsire, didn't you just have a Floatzel and a Starmie? Then it hit me. His whole team has to be completely water types. And if you were wondering why bulky water types are the best Pokemons in the game, this will be living proof that they are very good. So Quagsire comes in, and we catch it with a burn, and it catches us with a toxic. So he got the better end of that deal. I wish I could have toxic it, but I don't have toxic. I'm thinking I burned just to keep that thing alive more. So because it's especially defensive, so to help it on the defensive side, we got Will-O-Wisp instead of toxic. So we go back into Nutmeg here, and I'm just throwing out moves until this thing goes away. Basically, I know it's got Encore, so we're literally just gonna stay in here until it goes away, and it does. Um, we rest at the wrong time, though, and Army comes in, rapid spins away my spikes. So now I'm sitting here asleep with a fortress, no spikes up, and so he's basically done nothing. I just stay in just to see what it wants to do. It goes for Surf, so now I'm gonna try to do the oldest trick in the book and see if he falls for it, right? So we're gonna go to Gyarados. Gyarados comes in. He clicks Surf to try to finish out the fortress. Didn't work. So now what's he gonna do? Thunderbolt? Yes. So what do? We swap right to Warcules. He hits us with Thunderbolt, and Motor Drive activates. Now that's really good for me right now, right? His whole team is freaking Water types, except he switches into Lantern, who has Volt Absorb. And so here I make a fatal mistake, which probably was the key play right there. That taunt was the key play because I hit that thing with a earthquake and it didn't do quite enough, but I would have been at half when when it died if I would have just clicked earthquake twice. But I was a little worried about I don't know what status moves it could have. I don't know Lantern super well, so I went with taunt just to see. Um, and it didn't pay off. So down goes Hercules, taking one Pokemon with him though. And then we're back to this. We got a Spooky Wookie and this Quagsire doing a dance. So we're out here trying to pain split and just because if I keep clicking pain split right now, I get toxic, so I'm gonna keep losing health. So eventually, Quagsire's gonna have to either swap out or do something else because it's gonna keep losing life. And that was my thought process at that moment. Um, and then I was like, oh wait, I still have Fortress who can just come in and literally just sit there all dang day. Um, so I brought Fortress in and you brought Starmie in. And on the switch in, I threw out one spike and then just blew up and got rid of Starmie. I was hoping to get rid of Quagsire, honestly, but Starmie was a pretty good one to get rid of because Starmie's crazy. He's expecting a swap there. And this whole time I'm thinking like if I can get Aerodactyl in safely, like get this thing to like 50% health and get Aerodactyl in, or maybe a little less than 50 for Quagsire, but if I can get Quagsire in, then I can just like sweep because all those mons are really slow, right? So then I'm like, well, can I get Gyarados in? If I can get Gyarados in safely, then maybe we can do the same thing. So we swap into Latios here. This is all trying to get Gyarados in. Swap into Latios, dodge an Earthquake, hit it with Draco Meteor to put its HP down pretty low, but he reads that and goes for a Recover, which is really cool for him. Um, and so I go right back out to this here. I'm still trying to get Gyarados in safely without it getting poisoned, right? So I'm gonna go Pain Split here, and he hits me with the Encore. So now I'm thinking I should have stayed in Pain Split one more time in hindsight, because now he's gonna expect to switch, and so I did switch, and he got me with a Toxic. I should have stayed in one more turn and just Pain Splitted and not cared about what was going on. Um, but he did get a Toxic, and so that's gonna make the strategy a little worse because then I can't just bring him in and substitute. Because substitute will block Toxic. So he goes into Milotic, and I'm like, okay, I'm not too terribly worried. I don't think Milotic has anything that maybe Ice Beam will can like two cover him here or one, maybe one with the Toxic. But I click Earthquake, and it is about half, and then he hits me with he hits Haze, or it's Packing Haze. And right there, I forgot. So when I originally made this Gyarados, I made it adamant. So I had a Salac Berry. Then I changed it to Jolly, and then I forgot to take off the Salac Berry and give it the whatever adamant berry fighting damage berry that it's supposed to have. Um, so it did a lot less damage because of that as well. Um, and then, well, I guess it didn't really matter at that point because he was basically dead to the Milotic. Um, so now again, my thought process goes back to okay, now I need to try to get um Aerodactyl in because Aerodactyl is literally my only hope, right? So against a full team of water Pokemon, a rock type with no defenses at all is my only hope. So we keep a Lollipop in here. I try to find out who this last one is, and it's a Lapras. With Curse, mind you. So that is really a problem now. So now I'm gonna try to slow it down, or not slow it down because it's slowing down with Curse, but I'd get Sync of Paralyze over to it so that it like there's a chance that it might not be able to move, and I'll get a free hit in somewhere. Um, and it does finish off Latias rather. Um, And then it didn't go for Ice Shard there. I was a little confused on that. Maybe it was just trying to straight hit me and hope that Stone Edge missed or something. Now I know I can kill this Milotic if it's like down there. So we go back to Spooky Wookie. Again, we're trying to get our last gasp going here. And he's just gonna keep clicking Surf, and we're just gonna keep clicking Pain Split because that's like I said, we need to get this thing down below 50% because and I can't burn it because it will have Marvel Scale and then I'll never kill it. Um because Marvel Scale boosts its defense if it's status. He does make a cool prediction here and goes into not prediction, I guess, because I was gonna click Pain Split anyway. So he just went straight to Quagsire to hurt me on the Pain Split. So literally that's all I'm gonna do with this thing is just keep clicking Pain Split. I think I throw in one like Shadow Sneak somewhere, or maybe I already did it and I missed it, but I'm just gonna keep going for Pain Split. Because I'm losing HP from Toxic, and if he would have kept clicking Recover, I think like right here, I think if he would have clicked Recover, he might have been all right because he's faster. Oh no, am I? Yeah, no, I'm faster. So I would have hit him first, and then he would have been able to recover. So if he would have not done Toxic there, maybe he's thinking I was going to switch to the Aerodactyl at that point. But I did not, and now we have one chance. We need to crit this Milotic. Can we do it? Stone Edge, will it miss? Will it hit? It hits, connects, and it does 47%. And then we get stroked by a surf, and ball game. So our last gasp, the rock type that we could not bring in for the whole game, finally brought in, and it was not enough. So we go down to a full team of water types, which is really cool because I have also done the same thing against. It's one of my older battles. I had all water versus all grass, and that battle is absolutely nuts. So if you guys want to go check that out at some point in time, go into I think it's called Old Battles. It's on Net Battle, all the Net Battle. Excuse me, all the old Net Battle supremacy kind of things going on there. But that is going to be it for this one, guys. I hope you're having a fantastic day. And without further ado, I will peace on out. Thank you all for stopping by. Give some tender love and share a shout out. But as for now, rock on and rock out.